drawing a portrait in pastels with my lovely Anglia Ruskin group on a Monday evening. Step number one, I found myself beginning with a ruler, just shutting one eye, looking at verticals and horizontals. Not with a view to necessarily looking at proportion, but just looking for basic coincidences, so fill your mind with the subject. In fact, right now I'm looking at the top of the nose across to the ear. Step one is placing the head and the neck on the page, looking for that basic oval. So you've got the oval of the head, the column of the neck, seeing how that column relates to that shape. So I suppose I'm thinking in terms of shape there. And the shoulder, when I was looking with my ruler, I was noticing where the shoulder related to that point of the chin there. And drawing right the way through the shoulder so that one part of the shoulder relates to the other. That's step number one. Proportions. Locate the eyebrow line and all the other important features. So the key thing is, we've located the chin. I'm saying the top of the head is going to be there. Where is the eyebrow line going to be? Well, maybe somewhere there. And the ear is a fraction lower there. Looking at the length of the nose coming across there, it actually coincides with the length of the ear. So all these little marks, it's a little bit like our gesture drawing. Page 3 on the drawing, looking at angles. Now we did look at the angle of the nose there, coming up there. Sometimes you can see where the line comes up if you bring it up through the head. And also you can look at that line in relation to the line of the ear. The ear is usually at an angle, and often at the same angle as the nose. So you can relate that to that. We go on to start making some decisions about colour. And if you don't have a great deal of time, I suggest that you focus on one particular area, light, dark and a bit of background. Limit yourself to a sample area so that you can get through all the different stages. You've got to choose your colours. And using the side, just started scrubbing away at some of the light areas. When I came to choose a dark colour, the contrast on David, I think is quite subtle, and I selected a green, drawing the shape of the forehead there and creating that line by doing the background. That is blocking in using the side of the pastel, and then the next stage is smudging and rubbing. You're drawing with your finger, pushing the colour across the page as though you are actually drawing. The direction with which you rub is important. Normally you're going around the form, not along the length. So for the nose there, I'm not going up and down. Use a different finger for each colour. So there's that green, pushing that around. Now notice the portrait can be nice and smudgy at this stage, very suggestive. You don't have to go into great detail. The next stage is then adjusting the colours with colour strokes. Now with each of these stages you will find that they are more or less important for you. So you start looking at the colours and start seeing how you can adapt the colours. Oh, I quite like that. Okay, so that's brightening up that. Now I'm using the strokes all going in one direction. By having the strokes going in one direction, it does mean that they will all mesh together. I can be fairly loose about where the strokes start and end. So it does look quite sort of textured, like a piece of material. That white is really adding a coldness to it. I may come back to that. I quite like that. And you can keep going on and on, adding those strokes as much as you like. At some point, you will want to bring everything together. It's a great sketch technique, but perhaps you need to complete your drawing quite quickly. Try to do these sharp lines. Try to really observe carefully and just get one or two lines which will just be enough. I need to stop. Any questions you want to ask?
How about putting a blue outline? Try that.
It's a blue outline.
Is it?
It is blue, yeah.
Oh, right.
It is blue. Yeah, does it look black?
No.
What colour does it look?
Dark blue. All right.
Sorry, I was looking at where you are.
No, it's around half three.
Again was useful, so that would be a bugger, wouldn't it? Get to the end of demo and realise that I hadn't actually pressed it. Yeah, do you know, that's what happens. You know, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Let me do the intro.